Welcome to Toy Hill Studio. My name is Kendall Kessler. Decided to get back into my Skyline Beauty series. Done a lot of them, sold a number of them, and right now a lot of prints are being sold of a Richmond painting and a Memphis, Tennessee painting. This is Austin, Texas. I haven't done any of them, and any of Austin, Texas. Getting real tongue-tied here. Haven't done a lot of Austin, Texas, but I thought I would. Gotta really watch the clock because these two tend to take a while. As always, the final result there will be a link in the description for the final result. Really don't have anything planned. I'm just gonna play with the paint in all these Skyline Beauties paintings. I just really like to play with the paint. Now this is the first time I've really made such a definite outline. Don't normally do that. I did that with a magic marker, and I'm gonna probably be going over it. But I usually just sketch it in and then go with that. And with a lot of these, I do a thin band of the Skyline Beauty and then take pictures of that so that people can get prints. And then I go fill up the whole page, the whole painting. I really don't like having white in a painting. I'd much prefer to completely get rid of the white because white is the combination of all colors, so it tends to overpower colors. Don't really have anything in mind, but I do know that these tend to take a while. So I'm going to have to really watch the time, as I don't want it to be real long. Now, I'm not going to get into a lot of detail or anything. It's just getting to a real expressive effect. And this will just be the first layer. Like I said, I didn't really have any plans. Sometimes I like to really get a light and dark effect in a coloristic way and just let that really be very expressive. And usually I go up into the sky area even in the first layer, but I think this time I'm just gonna kind of just go over these places, since the magic marker, much to my surprise, is really holding. It's not bleeding in to the canvas paper, and so I'm able to really hang on to the painting, and I'm not going to have to go way back into it if I like what the effect I get. But these are really fun. Like I said, I don't really have an idea. I just kind of go with it. The last one I did was of Memphis, and that time I decided, well, I'm going to restrict the color just to see how that turns out. So I only had two colors, yellow and green. Got lots of variations of those colors, but basically just two colors. And I thought it turned out real good. It's very expressive. People seem to like it very much. Okay. Well, so far I think I'm kind of liking this. I'm just really using very arbitrary color. I'm not planning this at all. I'm just kind of skipping around from warm and cool colors and just letting them interact together. Usually I make a lot of these of one scene, and what I do is I have a completely different approach each time. And I think what I'm going to do on the next one for this one, I'm going to use the same scene, but I am going to make a little small band instead of getting in so close. This time I'm really in close, and it's working out real nice. But I also like to get really tight little bands, and then usually I again leave those as just leave them like that, take a photograph, and then you have available prints. But then the final is available for purchase. Like I said, I have sold a number of these. A lot of people are really into this effect. And I'm not gonna get into all this detail. Just going to have fun with the color. Just be real expressive with that. And hopefully not take a whole long time. Okay. Yeah, I like that. always like to go back into other areas and let that color contrast just get a real vibrant effect going. Started right over at that real tall building. I think I'll move back over to the other side and do some more red. Really, as I've said before, I'm a real nut on red and green. That is my favorite color combination, complementary colors. If you're not familiar with that, these are colors that when you mix them half and half, much to people's surprise, you get gray. Everybody always says brown. I asked that question over and over again when I taught at Radford University. I don't think I ever had a student, this is art of preach, these aren't art students, never had a student say, you're going to get gray. They always thought, well, of course you're going to get brown or something. But they are just a beautiful combination to work with. And even though I work with other combinations, I really tend to get back into red-green. Now this is not going super fast, so I better get moving along here. As I said, it's the first layer. It might be the last layer too. I may not get into a real complex one this time. Might just keep it, simple. Or just, not super complex. Don't have a lot of expression. I might just go back in and add little bits of colors here and there. But I think I'm going to keep it as pretty much a color field painting, where you look at each area as a distinct color with some modification. And I'm going to leave off the sky area. Thought I was going to do that, but no, I think I'm just going to leave it this way. I want to get moving. I think it's already been about 10 minutes. This kind of painting really does take time, and I've done some that have taken a very long time because I've been more detailed and went back into it and just got really, really complicated systems of structures. Did a bunch of windows in some, and that takes forever. But this one I'm just going to fill in some more general areas. I'm just expressing myself with the color and not following a system of light, which is what I tend to do. I've done a lot of them where I followed a very, very coloristic system of light, where on one side you've got the warm colors and the other side the cool colors. But this time I'm kind of changing things around, and I haven't really used any blue at all, and I am really into the acrylic cobalt blue. It's just really amazing, and it's so intense. I've tried doing a few of these with oil paints, and they turned out okay, but I found for the type of expression I want, I do a whole lot better with acrylics, especially since they dry so quickly. I can change my mind. You got to move fast if you want to bleed it. The wet and wet, the paint just kind of sinking in together, but it is really can be a very, very strong medium. When I was young, I thought it was just awful, and I said, give me my oil paint, and it is my main medium. But now I just see so many wonderful things that can be done with acrylics, and I feel like I'm quite versatile in both, but definitely better in oils. Oils is my medium, and I believe I always want to make sure I mention things, but people, I don't know how much of this they watch, but at the end, when I do get this completely done, there will be a link to the final painting, and prints will be available. And whatever I do with the final, that will be available too. This is not one of mine, ones where I'm using real cheap stuff like a lot of the others, other demo paintings. This one I'm using better materials, and I will sell this. Oh boy, I better get moving here. Last time I thought that I had just gone, oh god, I hit the camera, just gone a little ways and that I hadn't done much at all. And then when I was done and put it up there, it was 14 minutes. I couldn't believe it. But that's the thing about painting. It really dissolves time. Any painter will tell you that. You get so caught up into it, you're just amazed at the time that's gone by. Well, I'm going to not do a whole lot more. I may go back into this a whole lot. Probably will definitely do the whole thing. I really like to do that. There's a lot of bushes and things out front here. I really do like to, I got a quick catch in the camera. That's my collar thing, my covering here. I keep hitting the camera. See if I can manage not to do that this time. There we go. Okay, getting close to done. Yeah, definitely will do the whole work and cover up all the white, even though the colors are real bright and it's looking really nice. Do want to really make them stand out on their own without fighting with the white. Another thing people are not real aware of and are amazed that if you take all colors equal amounts together, you're going to get white. Nobody believes that till they try it. They think you're not going to get white, that's crazy. No, actually you do. If you put them all together, you'll get white. So if you have white on a painting, it's going to overpower anything there. So that's why most artists like to really completely cover the paper, the canvas, whatever they're using, so that those colors are completely standing on their own and not being overpowered by white. Okay, I think I'm just about done. I'm going to put just a little bit of color in the water. Just put a little indication of that down in here. And that's it. I'm just going to quit and then decide what I do with it. May change a whole lot, may not. I'll see. But I'm glad that the marker didn't bleed all over the place, because I thought, well, I'm really going to be spending a lot of time reestablishing the shapes. But it didn't. So that's nice. Okay, I think I'm going to quit right there before I knock into the camera again. Thank you for watching. As I said, be sure to click on the link in the description to see the final painting. And there are a lot of other links to my work, and there will be a link to this whole collection. It's a very popular, very intense collection on my portfolio, Skyline Beauty.